Alright, welcome to Wrath of the Righteous. The new DLC just dropped today, the A Dance of Masks DLC, along with another patch that includes some content updates for the game, such as a new quest and content for the Double Mythic Path, like the Dragon Shapeshifter, whatever it's called, the One Shifter class has a new ability and stuff like that. Pretty major update for the game. Make some last minute checks before I get started. So the plan was to start a new game here, but then I saw that I have a save that should access the content for the DLC right here. I might go do that instead. No, I don't use mods. I keep it entirely inclusive, so people that don't use mods or can't use mods, like console players, can also play along. But before I do anything else, let's look at some of the new classes, because I just launched the game for the first time since the update, and I do want to take a gander at some of these new classes and plan some future playthroughs. While I wait for people to show up, and then we'll decide if I'm going to do a Dance of Masks, which I think I will, with my Trickster playthrough. The videos would be a little out of order, but that's alright. So the ones that interest me are the... not the Cavalier, I'm looking for the Ranger. Sable Company Marine. So they get a Hippogriff Companion. They lose Favored Enemy, that's fine. The strongest wins. A Bull Rush combat maneuver twice with a bonus to CMB equal to half its level against targets in a 30-foot cone. Alright, don't care about favorite terrain anyway. Hunter's Bond. Feathered Confusion. That's pretty cool. Plus 3 dodge bonus to armor class against melee attacks. So it does lean more into the melee. Yeah, well, the new update came out today. So I'm really excited for this class. I'm not sure when or how I'm going to incorporate it. I might multi-class land into a Sable Company Marine for my Scald playthrough. But I might have to go back and actually change the title of the stream because I'm going to actually do the DLC, I think. For my Trickster run, because I still have a save where I should be able to access it. Not the Shaman. The Insider. I'll look at this later when I decide on my Scald class. And let's see, the Fighter. The Titan Fighter. So you only lose 2 your attack rolls. Oh, I didn't know they got this. So you can make a shield bash build pretty easily with this. Hey, Matthew. You lose weapon training and stuff. That's pretty detrimental for a fighter, but if you're using this just a multi-class, there's a lot of potential here. Also lose armor training, which isn't as big of a deal. So I do have a plan. But not yet. I think we're going to do the DLC. There's another class I wanted to look at. What was it? The, Magus. Bladebound. Get a black blade. So I know this isn't probably super exciting for everybody, but I'm super excited about it. A few classes I'm excited to check out. Sharpening the black blade. Okay, so you just quickly get an enhanced weapon. But there's a Titan Fighter. Matthew, you might like the Titan Fighter, because you can use a great axe in one hand. You can actually dual wield great axes if you're into dual wielding, which I'm not. Alright, back to reading. Yes, it's not... I mean, it's still a Magus class, so it's still going to be good. I wasn't looking at what you actually lose. Magus Arcana. Bonus feat. But you do quickly ramp up and get an enhanced weapon. Okay. Not as exciting as I was hoping. But it'd probably be a fun class. And you basically get a sword companion. I think it has to be a scimitar. I also want to look at the Drunken Master. I also want to see... I'm not as worried about its talents and stuff. I just want to see if you can actually go... I know these really matter. Checking something real quick, and then we'll probably jump into the Trickster playthrough and do the DLC. If I can access it from there. If not, we'll start a new playthrough with the Scald. Yeah, so you can actually select Cade and Kalian. I feel like that's a missed opportunity for the Drunken Master. Like, they should be an exception for this, but... that's alright. Alright, so before we actually start, I need to actually go back and change my title and stuff. So real quick, let me this be 68 and give that in a second. Yeah, I forgot I had a save outside of Threshold in my Trickster run, so I'm going to jump into that playthrough and do the DLC real quick. Because why not? And then we'll do the new playthrough. I do want to experience the new DLC with all the mythic paths. So I think that does solidify a future legend run. What am I missing? Oh, this. Sorry, it's been a while since I've done this. I'm also very tired. I'm actually drinking coffee right now. Did I ever get rid of that? Did I? Yeah, I did. Now things have gone a little sideways. Also, I do have a start date for my job now. I start it next month. So I'm going to try and get as much of this done before that start date as I can. Funnily enough, I actually got called for an interview the week after I found out my background check finished for a teaching position. Well, thank you, thank you. Now, if the games are of good enough quality, the developers have already reached out to me and given them to me for free. That's how you know they're good games. Alright, so I know this is taking a little bit longer. If I thought about this beforehand, I would have started the stream already, but here we are. Shoot, what number are we on? Uh, 68. So we're gonna go back to the Trickster run and do things a little out of order. Also going back to my old thumbnail style because that's what I have on the other videos for this playthrough. And this entire DLC is voice acted, so. Alright, let me make sure everything is where it should be, and we'll jump in. Oh wait, one more thing. I am drinking coffee. Yeah. I am a little tuckered out today. By a little, I mean a lot. Normally I wouldn't have streamed today, but I was excited for the new DLC and update. But they did confirm that Gold Dragon, they're looking at making more content for the Gold Dragon, but they want to see how the Devil's added content is received. So I'm doing Trickster. Nope, not Trickster. This one instead. So that playthrough will be on hiatus until they decide that they're not going to add content, or until after they've added the content. Whichever happens. We have time travel. Back to Trickster. Alright. I think we're all set. Let me look through my stuff one more time, make sure I didn't miss any details, because I hate missing details. Looks right, looks right. Right, looks right. Alright. So, we should be able to go back to Donny Trapeze and do this, and head back to Canabris. Because you should be able to start the DLC even if you've already started a playthrough. Outcat's been really good about incorporating DLC into ongoing runs. It's possible I'm too far into this playthrough, but we'll see. I'm not sure how to actually trigger the DLC. Alright, so Villareth Ford's Outpost. I think is where I should go teleport. Maybe if I go back... Actually, let's go back to the, resin. Maybe it's something that happens in the Citadel. And again, if this doesn't work, we'll just jump back into the Scald run. I've got to reset up the stream if I do that, though. Again. Here we go. Alright, let's examine the adventurers. Oh, it's Rikarth! Oh, this is for the, Through the Ashes in the Lord of Nothing. So we can do that too. Which run? You can experience the game from the beginning like 10 or 11 times, so. I'm gonna read through all this because this is all new. Alright, so there's one. How do we trigger the other DLC? Yeah, so I did the Trickster run before the Lord of Nothing DLC was out. So, this is kind of an odd stream so far. I was excited to start a new run and get through the shield maze and all that, because I really like that early game experience, but I was like, you know what? Let's go to wrap this up so we experience all the Trickster content. And then we'll do the same thing for all the other Mythic Paths as we play through them, and then I'll probably revisit Legend down the road. Oh, good game could always use more content. It doesn't have to have more content, but more classes are always exciting.
Greetings, Commander.
Oh, there we go.
Today I come bearing good news, an invitation. Canabris is throwing a festival to celebrate the Crusaders, and you are the guest of honor.
So, this DLC is entirely voice acted. This is the first time we've heard Arsinoe's voice through both games. That's pretty exciting. What kind of festival?
I'm sure you remember how the Crusade started. Demons attacked Canabris, turning a celebration into a massacre and then laying waste to the city. Now Canabris has been rebuilt, and the demons suffer one defeat after another. And all this is thanks to you. The citizens wish to reclaim the celebration stolen from them, and from you, at the start of the war.
Wouldn't it be better to wait until after the war's ended?
You recently won a glorious victory at Iz. While the Crusade is far from over, this still calls for a celebration. My advice is to allow yourself and your companions this brief respite. It will help you gather strength before the
Respite.
final battle.
Tristan wannabe. If I go to the festival, who should I take?
Everyone, without a doubt. Each one of your companions has fought long and hard. It would be unfair to leave anyone behind.
I'll be there. Thank you for your report.
Glad to be of service. Oh, and one more thing. This came with the invitation. I'm not sure what it means, but it looks like some sort of sign. I assume the other half is in the possession of someone who will be waiting for you in Canabras.
Well, the founder of Alcat Games mentioned that that's something that they're going to look forward to going forward. I say look forward to, look into doing going forward, is doing fully voice acted. Because there's an interview with him, I don't remember who did the interview, but he was talking about how Baldur's Gate 3 kind of set a new standard for it. I think that's why this DLC is fully voice acted. They're starting to experiment with it. Even Rogue Trader, they've gone back and added more voice acting from release.
That is all. Have an enjoyable break.
Thank you, Arseno. Glad you finally found your voice. Half a coin. One half of a copper coin. Whoever has the other half is your ally in Canabras. Maybe. But Trickster. No telling who my allies actually are. Alright, so we have a Demon Lord we can go fight. So we'll do that first. We'll do the DLC in order.
Nenio, you've got a fast pair of legs on you. That's a real compliment coming from me. Sometimes even I struggle to keep up with you, and I was always one of the fastest runners back with the Thieflings.
Experiments facilitate the development of this skill.
Also, we got confirmation that the DLC quest starts after you take Eyes. Or is. Yep, this is the character that romanced Camellia. I was trying to remember who I romanced on this run. So we get to see the culmination of her romance in this DLC as well. Actually, real quick, I need to add a couple things to my stream. Is that right? Let's see something real quick. Alright, that should do for now. Alright. Away we go. No, I don't think that they're ever going to be a companion. Sindri or Rikarth. Alright, Setsuna, take care of this real quick. Hey, Hatter of Souls. Don't I have... Yeah. I'm sorry, man. It's an incentive. Stick around and that'll change. Alright, so where do I need to go for this other... Oh, there it is. Already max level. I mean, we're at the cusp of threshold, about to take on Rilu Vorlesh. We've already seen everything that the Skeletal Merchant... Actually, no, there's a new weapon type added. I don't actually know what weapon type it is. Yeah, that game looked interesting. It's on my to-do list. I have it wishlisted. Seems awfully insightful for Darren. Yeah, the game looked pretty good. Like an isometric Souls-like. Ah, let's get beat up a Demon Lord. Now, do we go straight to the
road calls me. I'll take
boss
the
fight,
bait.
or... Oh, this does.
I heed the voice of the spirits.
Sucks, I haven't played this run in so long, I don't remember my buff rotations. Yeah, we should only need cold against Sith, though, I'd assume.
You require my counsel? Wise.
Yeah, corner
me?
protection is useless. Alright, let's see. It's about a time. You get so used to one buff rotation like per playthrough, and then it's something completely different. You jump into another endgame playthrough. Does anyone even need greater? That's already a +5. Could do the offhand. +6. +6. +6. Why has he got negative levels? I guess he died at some point.
Oh, skip the pleasantries.
That's nicely.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
It's a weird delay whenever I click. I don't know what this is, but when I click on the portrait, there's a slight delay before the command goes through. That's different. Manifestation of Oh, that's a reference I'm not seeing or something I overlooked.
Struggles never cease.
Oh, that's probably good enough. He's psychic actor. I'll let him flee. So that somehow bugged out. It took me back out of the location for that battle. Oh no, what happened there? Alright, I think that's all the buffs, right? Not some of these other ones like this. Yeah, I don't know, we'll see. Can't remember half the abilities I had in this run. Alright, what's going on? Why can't I enter this area? Oh, it's area exit. That's why.
Forwards? No, backwards.
Don't mind me, guys. I'm still drinking coffee. In fact... Thanks, man. Means a lot.
Trail me. I
have a couple other abilities here. So Glitter Dust, Francis' Mighty Call. Chainmail of Dragonfly will come in handy. Some summons. He is my pseudo summoner in this run, so a lot of summons. Let's go ahead and pop this.
Rules are made to be broken.
Now it's regular old coffee this time, and not a lot of it. Oh, aw. It's our tombstone of Don Bunyan. It's pretty silly how easily a lot of the American folk tales can become Dons, because you have Don Bunyan, you've got Donnie Appleseed, and you've got Don Henry.
This way.
So I wonder if this is just a boss fight.
Close
oh no,
ranks.
it is these guys.
Okay,
I will start here. Let's get a haste out.
Out of my sight.
You are nothing, buddy. Retreat is not an option.
I will resist.
Burn! Slice! Behead!
This guy's currently on our side. Don't last forever, though. Okay, I don't need those. The full plate looked really cool.
Wherever my legs carry me.
I guess he's never gonna stop being dominated. Poor Hector, he's being manipulated by Matthew. Hey, Lancer. Sorry, hey, Lancer 4224130. Okay, no, we're just zoomed out. It's like, did my legendary proportions wear off already? It's a waste of a dinosaur bone. It's a new enemy type. Immortal Ichor. Well, let's change that. Yeah, not really living up to their name.
The spirits demand your blood.
That's my lost wisdom. Ah, sorry, we got the unclean gift from, what's her face? I'm gonna kind of rush through this stuff. I'm not too worried about exploring it that thoroughly since I am just going back and trying to knock out all this content on my Trickster. I've not played it yet. I do own it. I also own the, new game. The 9th Legion? Or Legion 9? It is on my to-do list, though not as high up as Scald. Wake up, nerd. It's time to fight. I was just joking. Hey, you better watch yourself, Hatter. Looking to get censored. Oh, wow. A little inconvenient that it's already mapped out the way it is, but... Wait, do. Which way did we come from? Go down here? It was down there. Let's actually head back. Something I can inspect. Wait, this isn't where we came from, is it? Yeah.
Quick, quick! Else we miss all the fun!
Or that it made you skip this part here.
This way.
How do I know you're telling the truth about the 8 more? Isn't there some sort of phrase you can say to proclaim that you're not lying?
You are today's
Live
sacrifice.
my dream.
May I see your entrails, please?
Swarms!
Desna, guide my hand.
This all should be a cakewalk. We are max level. Okay, what the heck?
Make your peace.
What? is going on? Way too many schools. Let's take care of these guys in the
I
back.
will resist.
Okay, so take out the Ickers, and it should take out all the
Missed me already.
enemies there too.
You can trust
All
me.
the swarms. So I feel mass. Does she not have regular heal? Whatever.
Press the
Cover me,
attack.
all right?
I will see Retreat to is your not an demise. option.
I think that's it. He is incredibly chill. He was usurped by another demon lord that wanted his old domain.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Who are you? What that? Creepy hand. Yeah, okay. A heavy sword made for a truly colossal hand, but how about the hand that's gripping it?
Forwards? No.
Keeps
Backwards,
wiggling at us.
backwards.
Whoops. Click up there. Nope, stay down here.
Trail me.
Yeah, so I'll probably try to get through this DLC today. I think we're just gonna get to the Demon Lord fight and take care of that. And then we'll start a Dance of Masks tomorrow. Should be able to stream tomorrow as well. Also, this junk gear serves a purpose now because we can use it as a cosmetic. Well, much different.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
You never settle for less. Strive for perfection. And quick save before this. Ah, he's not voice acted? Also, this portrait doesn't really look much like him, does it? This is far more technically looking than this. Yeah, Koshchichichi, the other guy. Someone told me how to pronounce that. I just call him Koshchi. Or Koshchichichi. Well, the other DLC is fully voice acted, not this one. I'm disappointed he's not voice acted. So supposedly there's a way to make this fight harder or easier depending on how you handle the DLC. I'm guessing if you take the other route and restore him, he'll be more coherent, of course. So I might play through those DLC again, but with the classes a bit more designed to play through without the need for weapons and stuff. Kinetic Knight might be fun, but I might do a monk instead.
Heartbeat quickens.
Alright, so... Can't target him, it looks like, just the guys around him. So far zoomed out. Kinda lame. Sound seems a little odd too.
Prepare yourself.
What was that shot off into the sky? Was that a swarm? Alright, so it should be Chaotic Evil. Makes this decision a little easier. Sorry, is he taking levels away from me? Oh no, it's probably my summons.
Precision and grace.
Juju Zombie Fighter. Where's Tack at when you need him? Do I know what to do? I'm keeping my pants on. Think of the flag. Can't see this. Health bar. Quite the neck he has. Yeah, I also thought of Elden Ring when I saw the hand drop down. Does the sound seem a little odd in this area, though? We fought the boss, he cut off his head, and we fell down into a chasm. So we're using his spinal cord as a bridge.
This way.
Bismuth didn't make it.
Open your heart to me.
Wherever my legs carry me.
So we're affected by something. Let's see how to counter it for future runs. Not everybody's impacted by it, though. Might be an area effect and not something actually put on us. Yeah, I'm kind of rushing through it so I can fully experience it in my upcoming Let's Play. I'm going to start a new Let's Play soon. Probably once I finish Capes. That dragon keeps interrupting cutscenes. He's got a cool design. And 3 legs.
Let me draw the first blood.
Alright, let's take care of this tripod.
I'll make short work of this.
Time to share your treasures!
That didn't last long.
Die! Die! Kneel before me. Burn! Out! Can I see your entrails, please?
Yeah, we're extremely powerful, so... Pretty straightforward fight. Gold Dragon's on hiatus right now until they decide if they're going to add more content or not. So, Gold Dragon stream is on hold until either they decide not to add Gold Dragon content or after they have added it. So I'm going through and playing the new DLC content I haven't experienced yet on the Trickster path since I have set up for it. And then we'll start the Scalded auto run after that. But we'll pick up the Gold Dragon run again once, because the community manager for Owlcat confirmed today that they are looking to add more content for the Gold Dragon, depending on how the Devil content is received. Yeah, is the new Pathfinder game releasing, like the last game that developer made is a mobile game, but it's supposed to be it's a turn-based game. And it's supposed that the adventure path that it's based on only goes up to level 7. My beard's pretty soft. But not right now, it's a little coarse at the moment, because I was doing a lot of sweating today. Showered and rinsed off, but it doesn't, it's a little coarse until I shampoo and condition it. Oh shit, I should have asked this earlier. So I have an inquiry for you guys. I want to try and crowdsource real quick. So I may potentially have 2 job opportunities. I have a job already set up to start next month that pays very well. The problem are the hours. So I also recently interviewed for a teaching position. I should hear back, I think, within the next week or so. The start date's August 1st for that. I'm split on what to do, which job to take if I am offered the teaching job. It pays maybe half what the other position pays, so it's definitely a pay versus passion scenario that I'm finding myself in, and I've asked other people and I've gotten split opinions, of course. So I can make a bunch of money, but work quite a bit, and it's all year round. I think I start for like 5 days PTO or something. With mandatory overtime. So anywhere from like, I don't know, 9 to 10 hours a day. Teaching, it'd be middle school. It's a civics and economics class for 7th graders. But I would look to eventually change to actual history course to teach, because that's what I went to school for. Because I could also teach like an English course. I've done creative writing and stuff. That was my minor, was creative writing. But I would like to be a teacher. And then with a teaching position, obviously I make less money, but the hours are better, and you get like 4 months off a year, give or take. Plus like snow days and holidays, things like that. As far as holidays at the other place, they do an annual announcement, so every year they decide which holidays you get. I guess so they leave it open-ended, so if they don't want to give you days off, you don't get days off. So it's very much and it's pay versus passion. That's what it boils down to. I really don't know which route to take. Now I've gone over all the pros and cons for both opportunities, of course. But I'm like really split. Of course, I haven't been offered the teaching position yet, so it may be a moot concern, but I like to have all my options weighed before. I have to make a decision. I think I'd enjoy teaching more, but I haven't done the other job yet either. So I don't know. But just being away from home that much, like that would potentially impact the channel. Obviously time with my family. I'm leaning towards teaching, but again, half pay, like compared to what I'd be making at the other place. I wouldn't say entirely half. It's half pay if you include the overtime at the other location, which is mandatory. The other place is anywhere from like 200 to 400 hours overtime a year. Which boils down to, if it's 400 hours of overtime a year, which is what my future supervisor said they did last year, that's basically an entire extra shift per week. It's 7.5 hours per week you have to make up for. Another job, it's an electronics technician position, but it's at a government contracting location, and it pays very well. I was an avionics technician in the military, so it's similar to what I was doing before, electronics work. Lots of red tape, and you have to deal with parents and all that, and parents can be pretty insufferable. Yeah, the missus, she's also split. I think she wants the money. Because we've got a lot of like house projects and stuff we need to get done. And of course, more money means I could potentially retire sooner as well. But I don't think that would make up for the lost time. Plus, with a teaching position, if money was a concern, I could find another job to do during the months that I had off. So that wouldn't be a big deal. I have other methods of income already, so money's not a huge concern, but more, you know, is typically better. We had a thing to restore this blade of Sithhood. Let me see real quick. Yeah, go ahead. I'll take any opinions. I'm crowdsourcing. Yeah, see, I want to teach college at some point too, and the job that I start next month does have, what's it called? Where they pay for your college. The problem is, I don't know when I would go to college because of the hours that I work. It's like, it sounds good on paper, but when would I actually be able to do it? Oh, the storyteller.
Forwards! No, no, backwards. Backwards!
Well, yeah, the other job I can't talk too much about because it does require like a secret clearance and stuff, so I'm keeping it kind of vague. Also, I'd be teaching at a school I didn't even know existed. They built a school like 12 or 13 years ago. It's a huge, nice school. Like right down the road from me, but it's like tucked away in a suburban area. Thought to hear that, Gold Dragon. It should working fine on my end. But it could be connection.
Trail me.
Yeah, it's tricky. Really don't know which route to take. Because, I mean, this is a time off. It's by itself. I value my time very highly. So I can do things like this, because I really enjoy having my channel. I'd still do it, but there might be days where I can only get one episode out instead of two, because I still have the time to, or the energy to record. So I think the channel would take a minor hit, probably in the amount of content and quality. I definitely probably wouldn't have time to edit and stuff if I had to. Okay, so I'm already on Kachichi's side because he uses a hammer instead of a sword. I mean, I would prefer teaching. That's been my goal for a while, but again, I'm weighing it against this potential pay. Oh, restore the sword or turn it into a rod. Okay. Sword or rod? Oh no. Tevin Rain, yeah. Gold Dragon's on hiatus until Owlcat decides if they're going to add more content for that path or not. So I'm just going to put it on hold. They verified that they're thinking about adding another quest or more content in general to the Gold Dragon Mythic Path. So I don't want to, get too far into the playthrough and not be able to experience it. So I'll continue that either when they decide not to add content or after they've added the content for it. So right now I'm going back and playing through the DLC on my Trickster path so we can experience those DLC with this Mythic path. And then we'll start the Scalded Auto run and probably finish that regardless if the Gold Dragon stuff pops up or not. Actually, I've done that twice, Hatter, and that's why that's why I'm leaning towards the teaching position. Because I left the military. I could have re-enlisted, and like I don't have time. I don't ever see my family. I don't ever see my wife because I didn't have a kid at the time. It's just the missus and my 2 cats. And then left the previous job because, a couple jobs ago, because I was constantly on the road and never saw my family. Now, this one's a little different because I would come home every day, and it's also different from the military because the military you don't ever really get time off. The military is like, you're technically on the clock 24 hours, and so if something comes up and you get called back in, even if you've driven home, you have to come back. At least this, when I'm off, I'm off. A notification doesn't match what? What's it say? My end, it says the Imitator Trickster Let's Stream. Oh, maybe it hasn't updated. Let me see. I'll check it real quick on my end. Yeah, I know the stream is a little... Yeah, on my end it says Imitator Trickster now. You can try refreshing the page, maybe it'll update then. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I did change it in the middle of the stream, so maybe that's just a glitch. Let me go back and read some of these comments, because I'm looking for advice here. Yeah, so the job I left for time constraints, I was on the road, and I was only like 9 to 16 hours driving-wise, but it didn't count towards my work hours. When I left, they wanted me to do about 88 hours a week. I think I owe them contractually, because each facility I was assigned to had a time obligation. I owed them like 80 hours. It's like, there's no way I can manage this. And driving an extra, 9 to 16 hours on top of that. Oh, come on, Hector. I need someone to blame if I make the wrong choice. Well, right now, the choice... I only have the one option available. Because, I haven't been offered the teaching position yet. They're supposed to make a decision this week. And then I guess the city will reach out with an offer. Which, I don't know what their offer will be. There's a set pay for public city school teachers. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot I was making a choice. Again, this stream is a little off kilter. We'll probably wrap it up here soon anyway, because I need rest, and then we'll do the A Dance of Masks tomorrow. Yeah, I think, I just want to know what sort of sword is it. Is it a great sword, a short sword, a long sword? Based on the size of the sword that the Demon Lord was using, I'd assume a great sword. But we'll do the rod. So this rod grants its wielder the ability to change the energy damage of up to 5 spells they cast per day to cold damage. I assume that was the case. If an enemy is damaged by an instant damage spell cast with this rod, they must pass a reflex saving throw DC equal to the spell's DC, or become slowed for 1d6 rounds, as per the slow spell. The affected enemy emanates a 15-foot aura of frost for the same duration. Any enemy who enters this aura must pass a reflex saving throw DC equal to the spell's DC, or become slowed for 1d6 rounds. It's just, yeah, it's just the improved Mortiferous Blizzard rod from before. Not that exciting. Not that exciting. That's alright. I'll get the sword in future playthroughs. And this is probably good too, because I'm still not sure which class I'm going to take in my Scald as auto run. It's going to be the base Scald or one of the blood classes. I don't know what this delay is on clicking and stuff. I wonder if it's just because it's a endgame save. I thought we got the one that doubles your morale bonuses. Huh. Oh, either way.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Sorry, fell behind in the comments again. I was trying to catch up with this this playthrough. Yeah, teaching here I think is fine for the most part. There's elsewhere in the state there's been some problems. Obviously I don't abide, banned books and stuff like that.
Forwards!
I think that's
No,
stupid.
Backwards! Backwards!
Yeah, that's my argument too, Hatter. Like, if you have all the money, but you can't enjoy it, what's the point? You know, and as a teacher, I get, like, snow days and stuff, too. And then when my kid's in school, she'll get snow days. And then, we can sit at home all day and drink hot chocolate. Have a good time. Versus having to, trudge to work in inclement weather, regardless of, well, regardless of weather. So... And there's definitely more pros for being a teacher. But again, the pay is pretty significant, especially for where I live at. And then for every 200 hours of overtime, it's an extra $11,000. Life in Necronomicon. Yeah, that was my argument too, Tever Rain. Like, once you start banning books, I mean, kids are going to immediately want to read the banned books. Like the Anarchist Cookbook, I learned that was a banned book, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to read it. Went out, downloaded a PDF of it, and read it, just out of spite. Yeah, teachers get paid, you can set your pay schedule, but you can set it up so you get paid 12 months out of the year. So even during the summer, you'd still get paid, but then you can, take on another job or whatever, which I'd probably just spend most of the summer streaming and having a good time. Like, regardless, I won't be hurting for money. Just one pays a bit more. By a bit, I mean, depending on the overtime, upwards of double. So... numbers-wise, the teaching job pays over $48,000. I think teachers are supposed to get a raise this year or next year, up to like $54,000 or something. The other job pays $74,000 base, but like this year they have a mandatory 200 hours of overtime, which would put it at $85,000. Last year they had 400 hours of overtime, which would put it at $96,000. She has a couple part-time jobs, but she's mostly a stay-at-home mother. Like, she co-owns a business with her mother, and she works part-time at a climbing center to teach kids, but she does that mostly so she can climb for free. Because the membership for that place is absurd. It's okay. I'm not super great at it because I'm a bigger guy, so it's hard to finagle my way up. I've got the strength for it. I still have the coordination. But she might pick something up when the kid starts going to school, which is, in a few more years. Again, this might not even matter because I may not be offered the teaching job. I don't think the interview went particularly well, because I applied to that back in like October or November, so it was kind of a surprise call. And they gave me a day. I happened to be working that day, so I wasn't at all prepared for that interview. I was lucky I had time to get my hair cut. Oh, I mostly use my legs. I've done rock climbing in the past. I'm not bad at it. I'm just I'm 6'2" and 215 pounds. more active as in physically. It give me more time to. I've been going back to the gym again, so the one job, the electronics technician job, there's a gym on site, but that'd just be more time away from home. As a teacher, I'd have more time to go to the gym. I think so. Man, I interview very well. I'm actually not a sociable person. I'm a bit of an introvert, but I do well in social situations, so every interview I've been to, I've been told I interview well. Well, the electronics technician job, I wouldn't be sitting either. I feel like I'd be standing up, unless I was doing, like, board repairs. Or something like that. Yeah, take care, Matthew. But yeah, a little split on that at the moment. But again, may not be offered the other job, so it may not matter. It's odd that as soon as I got my background check completed, that the school called me and said, "Hey, can you interview in a day?" Sure. I went in there expecting not to even be tempted, but the more I thought about it, the more I was like, you know what? Might not be too bad. Because teachers have overtime too. Like grading homework and doing, like managing the extracurricular activities at the school. But for middle school, you really don't have to, like, grading stuff isn't that hard. They're not going to be writing, 15-page theses. No, they did not. I have no idea. But it's a state thing, since it's a public school, so they go in, they have to ask you the same 13 questions. Because I had an interview for another state, for a community college a little while back, and they ask you the same, like, 13 questions. They have to adhere strictly to that template. They said they're interviewing everybody that one day, and I think there's a couple more interviews this week. Then they're going to decide. They seemed alright. In fact, so I was interviewed by the vice principal and the head of the history department, or the chair of the history department. And they asked, like, what extracurriculars I'd be willing to oversee. I'm like, well, I used to play basketball in middle school, and I could do, like, a tabletop club if you have that. And they started laughing because the history guy had just set up a tabletop club for the school, so... It is a nice school, yeah. It is a very nice school, from what I've been to. I mean, I don't know about, like, the specifics. But there's not really any bad schools around. Well, take that back. There might be one or two. Well, I don't know if it was one of the people he talked about. He did mention that it's not... They're not really looking for experience in that field. They want people that can get through to the kids. Because he said they had people with, like, doctorates that just they weren't cut out for the work for being a middle school teacher. Which I understand. If you have a doctorate, you probably don't want to teach middle school. But, yeah, I just have a bachelor's, so I'm not that worried about it. But I do plan on going back to school and getting a master's and a doctorate eventually. But the school hasn't been open that long. It's possible they just didn't have it. They built it 12 or 13 years ago, I think, is what the vice principal said. So it's possible they just didn't have a teacher there, or, I don't know, anything could have happened. I think the teaching job is more convenient. Plus, it's closer. The commute is, what, 7 minutes versus 18? And I can have my phone on me. Can't have my phone on me at the other facility. So if there's an emergency and I was at the other position, I'd have to wait for someone to get in touch with me. Whereas at school, I have it on me. I can, just pick up the phone. I mean, there's definitely more pros for the teaching position. It does boil down to the pay versus everything else. I'm probably putting too much stock into the money, and again, it's the only job that I actually have right now. The other one I don't yet. So I have far more energy? I don't feel like it. I'm getting a little excited talking about the jobs, but I've also been sipping on coffee the past hour or so. Also, the stream's not going anywhere. I think I'm actually going to wrap it up and we'll do the DLC next time. But, just want to talk about that real quick. Plus, there is an investment for you guys too, because the jobs may impact the channel slightly. I'm not going to stop it by any means, but there may be some minor impacts here or there. But the 74 versus the 48, the 74 is the base pay, but there is mandatory overtime, so you always make more than that. And there's always overtime available, so if you want more money, you can easily get it. I want my masters. I have a little bit of my GI Bill left. I can go back and do another semester free. Yeah, I don't know. The money would be nice. And of course, the higher paying job, it's harder to get on over there because of the background check and everything. And I could just do that, see how I like it. And if I don't like it, pursue a teaching position. Because it's easier to get a teaching position than it is a job where I'm currently slotted to go. It's true, but my bachelor's is associated with my passion. I like history, and I like writing. So I'd like to do something with that. But I know the degrees don't count for a whole lot when it comes to actually looking for a career. And most people don't actually get a career in what they went to school for anyway. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I do it, I see how it pans out. If it becomes too much of an impact on like my health and life, I can always find something else. Because I may really enjoy it. I don't know what to expect there. I haven't worked there before. I've done similar jobs in similar, I guess, setups, but be a little different. My only concern is just the amount of time I'll spend away from home. Alright, let's go ahead and rest up.
Your place is on a gallows, thief. Not in a company of crusaders.
Ooh, going for the gallows today? Very nice. Did you get lucky last night or something? Usually you're threatening me with a pyre.
Yeah, that's all I can do anyway. Just wait it out and see what happens. I don't have a choice to make yet, unless the school calls me and offers me the position, and then I've got to wing it. We have talked about it. It's me that keeps going back and forth. I find like a decision, I'm like, alright, this is what I'm gonna do. And then I'm mulling it over throughout the day, and I'm like, you know what, maybe not. So, I'm at fault. We've had the discussion, we've made the decision. I keep bouncing back and forth. So, she's done her part. But I am gonna wrap up the stream here. This stream, I can't talk. I'm so tired. We'll do the A Dance of Masks DLC next time on the Trickster Mythic Path. Wrap that up. Start the Scald and Azada playthrough. I don't know how long this DLC is going to be. Ideally, we finish it through this weekend, then we can start the next playthrough next weekend, or maybe sometime next week, depending on my schedule. And go from there. Should have 3 days. 3 days to complete the DLC should be, I think, plenty of time. But some of the DLC can be pretty long. She was leaning towards the money, but she sees all the benefits of the other position, of course, because she's lived through me. Because we had our kid when I had the job where I was away from home all the time, and they did give me a month at home working remotely. But then I was on the road all the time. She's at home with the kid. Like, she's a little trepidatious about me being gone that much. And being hard to get in touch with me if something does happen. So she sees both sides. She leaned a little bit more towards the money, and mostly because it is harder to get on over there. And if I don't like it, I can always leave and find another job easier than it would be to get back on over there if I want to. 6 to 11 hours. Okay, we can probably knock that out in a weekend. The voice acting will slow it down a bit, since I can't just click through it, but that'll be alright. Cool. We get to see all the content for the Trickster. That's exciting. And then we'll see all the content for the Azada, and then hopefully the Gold Dragon stuff will be resolved by then. We'll finish that playthrough. And I think we'll do Devil after that. That is very subject to change. I will save my voice, yeah. That is true. I mean, I wasn't going to read it out loud on stream anyway. But that'll help me for my future Let's Play. She's downstairs reading her book, so... But alright, I'm going to wrap up the stream here. We didn't get a whole lot done. We knocked out the one DLC, which is really all I wanted to do. And then I got sidetracked talking and setting up the stream again. I appreciate the advice, and listen to me talk about it for a bit. I guess we'll just save here. So, thanks for, watching. What's my outro here? Sorry, I am so out of it. Hopefully you guys enjoy the stream. Stay safe, stay classy, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. There it is. We'll do a Dance of Masks next time. Tomorrow at the same time. Oh my gosh, I can't type either.